Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true names are Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, and then Mashah Kapshai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Joshua Kadash Sultan. And I say Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a prophecy update of the sit-down lesson about prophecy updates as of December the 10th, 2024, on this Tuesday night. It says Syrian Democratic Forces rebels reach U.S. broker ceasefire agreement, and the Namja SDF commander says Syrian rebels said forces complete took control over Syria's Deir el-Zur. It says Houthis launch weapons destroyer over Gulf by U.S. Navy. Ryan has been seen over there in the Red Sea, in the Mediterranean Sea, in the Gulf of Eden, in the Arabian Sea. You know, they're having ongoing escalations heating up between, the Houthi rebels, which is a Iranian-backed group, going against the United States armies and the Israel Defense Force as well too. It says Iranian ambassador to Syria blames Israel for Assad fall. Hamas provides Egypt with list of hostages in the hands of groups report. It says Gatland meets with Middle East in Gulf at White House. Syrian political transition should lead to a non-sectarian government, Blinken says. It says Turkey hits military supplies under Kurdish control in North Syria. Security sources say, right as you've been having the rising tensions between the Kurdish armies and the Syrian armies. The Kurdish armies against the Turkish armies. Because you've been having the Turkish armies been having large mission operations over there in Iraq and Syria. So the Kurds and the Turkish armies have been clashing with each other for a very long time throughout that region of Iraq and Syria. It says U.S. issues a cyber-related sanction targeting U.S. individual entities. Satellite images show Russian Navy ships anchoring off of Syrian coast. It says Israel will strike if new government acts against its senior official had said. The U.S. envoy warned against sending refugees back to Syria too soon. It says foreign minister says sure attacks on Kurds must stop. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, that's what we're seeing. Iran versus Israel been heating up. The pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force, Houthi rebels going against the Israel Defense Force and the United States Army as well too, over there in Western Asia and throughout the Mediterranean Sea, over there in the Red Sea, throughout the whole region. And you've been having rising escalations between the Kurdistan armies going against the Turkish armies, like I mentioned before. Y'all proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Joel 3, verse 10, reach your plowshares and swords and pony hooks and spears and let the weak stand strong. Get to that First Thessalonians. Even if these nations do come with ceasefire solutions, which might last momentarily, this is 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, such destruction come upon them, as they travail woman child, they shall not escape. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, as we hear wars and rumors of wars. And see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but then it's not yet. Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. Yep, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15. It says, for the sword and discretion draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in hands. 2nd Esdras 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, rating one another. They should not regard their kings, nor their princes, and of course the actions and the power. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 3. There should be seen earthquakes of wars speaking the word. It's the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth. The scores of nations will perplex and see rich born. Right, that's what we're seeing. Go to some more websites. It says U.S. backing Turkey's backed forces agree on trust, commander reports. It says U.S. pays $20 billion in Ukraine loan fund, right along with that $1 billion additional military aid assistance as well too. It says France starts withdrawal from former colony. It says Russia close to winning Ukraine conflict, spy chief says. And this is a news article, another sign of wars and rumors of wars. The tensions been heating up between Iran versus the Israel Defense Force. Which is the pro-Iranian groups, which is over there in Syria as well too, and do different parts of it in Syria as well too, like I mentioned before. It says as of December the 10th, 2024, and it reads, it says Israel launched one of the hardest attacks on Syria in history, media reports. It says warplanes have reportedly hit more than 250 military targets in the country. Israel has launched a large-scale attack on targets in Syria, with warplanes pounded at least 3 airports and other infrastructures following the demise of former President Bashar al-Assad government. According to several media reports, the Israeli tanks have reportedly broken out of the buffer zone, adjusting to the illegal occupied Golan Heights on the Syrian border, and moved towards Damascus through West Jerusalem, has denied the claim. An unnamed Israeli security sources told Israeli Army Radio that more than 250 military targets were attacked in Syria, describing the assault as one of the largest attack operations in history of the Air Force. The target included bases in Assad Army, dozens of fighter jets, and dozens of surface-to-air missile systems, production sites and warehouses, and surface-to-surface missiles. It says the Jerusalem Post citing Syrian security sources had claimed that the airstrikes target the Qam Shalid air base on the Turkish border and the Shirin Shah base near the Lebanese border, the Al-Mubaf airport southwest of Damascus. It says other attacks have been reportedly targeted a research center and a center for electronic warfare in several overall area in Syria capital Al-Madin, also claimed that Israel has attacked defense factories in southern Aleppo countryside. And says, according to the several local media outlets, and tanks have been approaching the Syrian capital. However, the Israeli militants have denied the claim. A defense official told RT that the reports circulating in the media about the alleged advancements of the Israeli tanks towards Damascus are false, adding that IDF troops are stationed within the buffer zone, as stated in the past. Israel begins the active military operations in Syria after armed oppositions spearheaded by the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham HTS jihad groups launched a surprising offense against government forces that leads on the rapid collapse of the Assad government and the former president exiled in Russia. The Small Hats military moves to capture the buffer zone established as part of the 1974 disengagement agreement, not far from the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The Israeli Foreign Minister Gadin Shar insists that the inclusion is a temporary step aimed to solely ensuring security. However, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Israel intends to retain control of the Golan Heights, which has illegally occupied since 1967, the Six-Day War, forever calling the area an inseparable part of his country. This is Isaiah 17, verse 1. The burden of Damascus, behold, is taken away from many cities, shall be as burnt heap. Right, that's what we're seeing over the Damascus of Syria, because you know the ongoing escalations between the nations clashing against one another. You know, like it says in Matthew 24, verse 7, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Increasing Matthew 24, verse 6, wars and rumors of wars. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 3, verse 8. It says, in a time to love, in a time of HATE, in a time of war, and time of peace. Right, so as it says again, Israel launches one of the largest attacks on Syrian history media reports. As I mentioned once before, and I just got through reading it. And this is a news article, once again, of wars and rumors of wars. It says, U.S. backed Israeli invasion on Syria. The IDF advance past the Golan Heights will prevent groups from taking over the border area, according to the State Department. Right, because you got Israel and the United States, they are allies. Of course, the United States is going to back them from military sense and economic sense as well, too. And this is another news article. As we've been seeing for the past couple of days, you had the Russia and Belarus. They signed that agreement to have Russia to send those Ocean missiles over to Belarus, especially with the ongoing tensions they had towards NATO, while the Russia-Ukraine situation is intensifying as well too. So I add a sad note to that. And this is a news article from December 10th, 2024, and it reads, Belarus has nuclear weapons more powerful than the Russian. Lukashenko reports. The president made the statement in response to the questions regarding the deployment of the Russians' new hypersonic missile system. The Belarusian president Alexander has confirmed that nuclear weapons are presented in Belarus. We also suggested that they are more powerful than Russia's new hypersonic ocean system, which is scheduled to be sent to Belarus next year. It says Lukashenko comments came on Tuesday during a question and answer session with faculty workers, the BLITA news agency has reported. I just thought that nuclear warhead is more than just fuel, Lusko stated. He dismissed the skepticism, suggesting that those who doubt the presence of the weapons in the country didn't even notice when we brought them in. His remarks were prompted by questions regarding the planned deployment of the Russian Orsan missiles complex in Belarus. While the Orsan system itself is not classified as nuclear, it's possessing significant firepower. So I'm going to read all the rest of that. It's the book of Ezekiel. Yeah, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth all thy army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, and their great couple of buckle shields, all having swords." Ezekiel 38, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, will fall of them shield of him. Ezekiel 38, verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah at the north quarters, and all his bands and people with thee. Ezekiel 38, verse 7, Be thou prepared, prepare for thyself and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee, be thou a God unto them. Check out the news now, see some reports. Yep, it says Israel targets Syrian military bases and arsenals before new leaders can take them over. Yep, it says Iran. This is from ABC News on YouTube. Israel unleashed wave of devastating airstrikes across Syria. And that goes to that Isaiah 17 verse 1. It says raw and unpasteurized milk must test for bird flu. The USDA mandates. Right, goes to that second address, 15 verse 5. And this is a news article says firefighters battle Malibu wildfires as thousands evacuate from CBS News YouTube. And that goes to that Ezekiel 30, Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 29 to verse 30, if I'm not mistaken. It says Zelensky successfully testing a long-range missiles. It says North Korea leaders finally reports on last week's martial law crisis in South Korea. Radio Free Asia reports. NATO allies anti-drone laser passes key test. It says new Syrian Prime Minister assumes power amending airstrikes continue fighting. It was on reports. It says Indonesia armed forces may resist aircraft draft. Agency prompting military cooperation. China balanced cautiously between Russia and North Korea. news. Before I bring that out and bring up that Revelations 11 verse 14. This is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold, third will come quick. Armageddon, Armageddon one. It says, Assad exit push U.S. at a perilous crossroad in Syria. It says 218 killed in a Syrian fighting between pro-Turkish and Kurdish forces, war monitor reports. Right, it goes to that Luke 21, verse 25. Second Edges 9, verse 3, and Second Edges 15th chapter. It says news article from December the 10th, 2024, and reads by leaders. Yemen Houthis said they target 3 supply ships and 2 American destroyers. G7 to discuss Syria crisis and talks Friday. It says at least 176 killed in a 2-day in Sudanese battles. Right, that's upwards of people. Israeli said they will impose thorough defense zone in southern Syria. It says Israel jets pound strategic weapon system across Syria. See, Netanyahu assails media as he testified for the first time in his corrupt trial. Hezbollah must focus on Lebanon, not wider region, senior politician Massimo says. It says South Sudan president fires army and police chief, central bank governor. It says airstrikes on North Darfur market kills more than 100 Sudanese, lawmakers group reports. It says Israeli forces kill at least 34 people in Gaza, rescue workers say. HTS leader vows to pursue former Syrian officials for torture war crimes. It says hundreds of Syrians line up as Turkish border crosses as Erdogan expect the war to go home. It says a Syrian UN mission to continue working, condemning Israeli attacks. Right, because they had that troop deployment and ground invasion, throughout Syria. And then they did their largest airstrikes in those bases over there in Syria. I believe like 250 warplanes used airstrikes over there. And that's at a historical weight, according to a news article from RT.com. Yep, it says Hezbollah condemns Israeli strikes on Syria. It says stand by its people. It says the Israeli Prime Minister says won't stop Gaza war now. Right, that's that Joel 3 verse 9. It says the Israeli armies in Golan buffer zone violates the 1974 deal, UN reports. It says Jordan denounced Israel's Golden Buffer Zone siege. It says UK to decide quickly on the status of Syrian opposition forces. The UAE calls for unity of Syria, infantry of national state. Turkey military helicopter collides, killing at 6 military personnel. Yep, Joel chapter 3 verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so you got, I believe the Syrian UN missions accuse the Israel Defense Force of the 1974 deal of the buffering of the Golan Heights, because they've been controlling the area for quite a while now. Especially with the ongoing tensions that they have against the resistance of the Palestinians and Hezbollah and the pro-Iranian groups. So you're going to see increasing ongoing escalations, especially many type of various of proxy wars and nuclear escalations on both sides of nations clashing against one another. And definitely pro-Iranian groups going against the Israeli, the Israeli Defense Force as well too, and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps going against the Israeli Defense Force. Joel chapter 3 verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares and swords and pointing hooks and spears like the weak Sam strong, right like the weak Sam strong, of the armies of nations going against the Israel Defense Force, especially the proxy groups and the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force. So you're going to have ongoing tensions over there in the Red Sea, Arabian Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Gulf of Eden as well too, and throughout Western Asia. Let's look up some more news articles. Jihad. It says Jihad leader rebel alliance capture CDL from U.S. biker Kurdish groups. Russia deputy foreign minister says Assad secure but won't elaborate on his extraction from Syria. Car torch and anti-Israel graffiti spray in Sydney days after Melbourne synagogue attack. It says U.S. military says it fended off Houthi attack ships in the Gulf of Aden. Senior Jihad member says rebel forces have taken control of eastern Syria. It says in a historical campaign across Syria, the IDF said it destroyed 80% of military. After the rebel takeover, Israeli air forces and Navy strike missiles deposits Navy SEALs fighter jets in order to ensure they won't fall into the wrong hands. I mean, they have allies. That's why you have Hamas, pro-Iranian groups. They're going to continue to give those new rebel groups those military weaponry, and they're going to potentially clash against the ones that's doing those heavy airstrikes over there, which is the Israel Defense Force doing that for those military compounds and destroying weaponry over there. So those rebel groups, they have allies. So that's only going to escalate the war over there in the area in Syria, with the resurgence of them taking over the government, over the Assad regime, which been back for a very long time as he fled Moscow. It says the prime minister says Israel wants correct ties with new Syrian regime, but will attack if necessary. It says Netanyahu says the IDF will respond responsibly if new government allows Iran to reestablish itself in Syria, which they is going to reestablish themselves. Because you still have the pro-Iranian groups over there. You still have the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps over there as well too. Permits armed transfers to Hezbollah or attacks Israel, which they still is going to do. So this is St. Mark chapter 3. Yeah, this is the book of St. Mark chapter 3 verse 23. And he called them unto him and say in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? St. Mark chapter 3 verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand. Right, because you're gonna have one kingdom within itself being divided, and one kingdom outside of another kingdom being divided. It says, if a kingdom be divided against itself, kingdom cannot stand. St. Mark chapter 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, it cannot stand. St. Mark 3, verse 26. And if Satan rises against itself and be divided, cannot stand, but have an end. That's right, that's what we're seeing. And so with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of the prophecy updates as of December the 10th, 2024 on this Tuesday night. So with that, and I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'ashem, and the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Lashma Kadash Luton. And I say Barakathalam to the elders, Wa'akim Akraf. Till next time, I will say Shalom. Snap.